Jai Hind. Okay, we keep listening a lot about China growing economy and its technological, innovation. Stay tuned. I will explain how in geopolitics nation looks for their own interest and how now China is getting kind of sidelined, and perhaps this country should also learn the world is now neither a unipolar nor bipolar with US or China, but very precisely multipolar. There were times when we were talking about Russia China relationship and friendship, and I've always stayed firm on on only the political relationships of these two countries during the time of needs. So now, Russian President Mr. Putin and North Korean leader Kim Jong Un signed a mutual defense pact in June 2024, promising military and economic assistance in the event of war. Now, this pact has significant implications for the region, particularly given North Korea's history of provocation against South Korea. The relationship between Moscow and Pyongyang is indeed a mutually beneficial one. Russia gains access to much needed weapons and soldiers in the times of need from North Korea to support its conflict with Ukraine. In return, North Korea receives vital technology and goods from Russia to bolster its defense and economy. Now, this partnership has its roots in 1961 Treaty on Friendship, Cooperation and Mutual Assistance between North Korea and the Soviet Union. This treaty was later renamed in 2000 to the Treaty on Friendship, Cooperation and Good Neighborliness, with Russia as a successor state to the Soviet Union. Now, this 1961 treaty established a commitment to provide mutual assistance in the event of a military attack on either party. Now, this sentiment is echoed in the 2024 treaty, which contemplates mutual assistance in the face of aggression against either party. Throughout the years, Russia and North Korea, they have really maintained a very strong relationship with various agreements and exchanges taking place. For example, in 2012, Russia wrote off 90% of North Korea's 11 billion US dollar debt. And in 2014, Russia supported North Korea's participation in the Winter Olympics in Sochi. China, which has historically been North Korea's primary ally, appears to have lost influence over the regime. Now, North Korea's decision to sign a mutual defense pact with Russia suggests that China's leverage is waning now. North Korea signed a similar treaty with China in July 1961, 5 days after Moscow and Pyongyang signed theirs. The China-North Korea document was called as Mutual Aid and Cooperation Friendship Treaty. In 2021, North Korea and China agreed to extend it to 2 decades, but it seems like North Korea and China are having a bit of tiff. I mean, who needs friends when you can just switch satellite providers, right? North Korea dropped China's satellite service and went with Russia. Instead, a clear sign that China's influence is just fading away. But wait, it gets better. North Korea also threw some serious shade at China by condemning a joint statement with Japan and South Korea about denuclearization. I mean, who needs diplomacy when you can just rebuke your biggest trading partner? It's clear that North Korea is feeling a little frustrated with China's lack of support. But honestly, who can blame them? I mean, China is all like, let's be friends, but trade stuff only. And then they go and sign off joint statements with other countries without even consulting North Korea. So it's like, communication is the key in every and any relationship. China, the dragon, should also learn to to maintain relationships with their allies. Now, how is this going to impact the Russia North Korea pact? Has significant implications for the region. South Korea and United States have a long-standing security alliance, and North Korea's newfound relationship with Russia could lead to increased tensions. China, meanwhile, is under pressure to respond to the developing situation. This will hold importance in the times to come on trade wars. Now, the growing partnership between Moscow and Pyongyang is indeed a cause for concern, not just for China, but also for US and its Western allies. The presence of at least 10,000 North Korean soldiers in Russia, as believed by US and its allies, marks a new page in global instability, as aptly put by Ukraine President Mr. Zelensky. Now these North Korean soldiers, they are reportedly deployed in Russia's Kursk region, which has been partially occupied by Ukraine. Now, despite the lack of confirmation from Russia and North Korea, the situation is alarming. The Moscow Pyongyang alliance is not just a matter of military cooperation, it also involves the exchange of technologies, goods, and services. In exchange for North Korea's military support, Russia is providing Pyongyang with advanced ballistic and space technologies. This partnership is also driven by economic interests, with North Korea supplying Russia with much needed artillery shells and ballistic missiles. Now, who are the key players in this developing situation, which is emerging very rapidly? North Korea, led by Kim Jong-Un, North Korea is becoming increasingly isolated and aggressive. Russia, Putin's Russia, is seeking to expand its influence in region through its mutual defense pact with North Korea. Then China is under pressure to respond to the developing situation, but its influence over North Korea appears to be waning. Then South Korea and United States, the security alliance between South Korea and United States is likely to be tested in coming months. So what does this mean for the future of global politics? Will the Russia-North Korea friendship continue to strengthen? And what implications will this have for China, US, and rest of the world? Do let us know your comments. Do let us know your views in our comment section, and do like, subscribe, and share our content to motivate us. Jai Hind.